friends. Happy Monday. I'm so glad that you guys were able to vote today on our Froggy book. So the choices were Froggy Gets a Doggy, Froggy's Best Babysitter, Froggy Eats Out, and Froggy Goes to the Doctor. And when I looked at all the votes today, you guys overwhelmingly picked Froggy Gets a Doggy. And I'm glad you guys picked this, not just because I love dogs. You know my Sadie friend up here, who's one of my favorite pets in the whole wide world. But it also kind of goes with the story we read today called A Birthday Pet, right? So this one is called Froggy Gets a Doggy, and it's written by Jonathan London and illustrated by Frank Remquix. And the main characters in this story are Froggy and his sister Polly Wogalina and his mom, and they're going to go pick out an animal, but they're not going to the pet store like they did in the birthday pet story. They're going to a place called an animal shelter where they have animals whose families couldn't take care of them anymore, and so they're up for adoption at the animal shelter. So here's the title page called Froggy Gets a Doggy, and here they are going to go pick out a pet at the animal shelter. It was night. So here's Froggy going to bed at night. Here's his quilt with all the dog bones on it. It was night. Froggy woke up and looked out his window. The moon, sang Froggy. It looks like the tail of a happy doggy. Can you see that? Doesn't that moon, it's called a crescent moon, but it really does look like a doggy's tail sticking up into the window here. Froggy knew what he wanted more than anything in the world. He really wanted a dog. Froggy, called his mother the next morning. What? Time to get up, dear. We are going to the animal shelter. So here's Froggy waking up, and then here's Frank Remquix again showing you the time of day for the setting, and there you see the sun coming up, so it's morning time. Yippee, cried Froggy. He hopped out of bed and got dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, zup, zap, zap. He got all of his clothes on, ready to go. Froggy flopped into the kitchen. Flop, flop, flop. I think we'll get a bunny, said Mom. I don't want a bunny, cried Froggy. I want a doggy. So we have a problem here because Mom wants a bunny rabbit and Froggy really wants a doggy. And I don't know about Polly, but you're going to find out in a minute. And I wonder which animal they'll end up with. But you can't have a dog, dear. Dogs are too messy. And that's true. They do make some messes. I'll clean up after it, said Froggy, and he ate his bowl of cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch, and left quite a mess. Now, if Froggy's leaving a mess at the breakfast table, do you think he's going to be responsible for the dog's mess? I don't know. I've heard that story in my house before, too. I'll take care of it. It happened. It goes to me. All right, so here's little sister Polly, and she's at the table, and she's banging her spoon on the table. Polly started smacking the table with her spoon, singing, Doggy, Doggy. And Froggy joined in, Doggy, Doggy. Quiet, said Mom, or no pet at all. At the animal shelter, Froggy went bananas. What does that mean, bananas? Bananas means like he is running around crazy. Froggy called his mom. What? Stay here, stay near, and don't stick your hand in the cage. I wonder why his mom would say, don't stick your hand in the cage. What could happen? Froggy flopped back. Flop, flop, flop. Look at the bunny, said Mom. Aw, isn't she cute? Mom is trying to convince Froggy to go for the bunny. Do you think he's going to do it? Doggy, Doggy, sang Polly, and Froggy joined in. Doggy, Doggy. Quiet, said Mom, or no pet at all. Uh-oh. She doesn't like that noise. Look at the new pet that she sees. Now, what about this darling baby alligator, said Mom. No, said Froggy and Polly. Or these mice. Mice are nice. So Mr. Knight is home with Evan, and my doggy is not being quiet. Hey, shh. I better go let her out to see. Oh, she's so excited. Sorry about that, guys. This is real life. This is real life Froggy action, because doggies are not so quiet. Let's see. But Froggy ran out to see the dogs. Flop, flop, flop. So here's the doggies in the cage. Right here's the brown one, and here's the little black one. And he was about to stick his hand in the cage when Mommy said, "Froggy," called his mom. "What? Stay here, stay near, and don't stick your hand in the cage." But when Mommy got to Froggy, the cutest little doggy in the world had stuck her nose out of the cage and was licking Froggy's hand. "Slurp, slurp, slurp. Please, Mom," said Froggy. "Just look at her eyes." And Mom looked. Uh-oh, I wonder if Mom is going to fall for this doggy. I hope this doggy is quieter than my doggy. And the little doggy looked back, and her sweet chocolatey brown eyes melted Mom's heart. Aww. "I think I'll just name her Doggy," said Froggy. "Doggy, Doggy," yelled Polly. So now Froggy has found the doggy he wants, and Polly loves the doggy too, and even Mom has fallen in love with this little doggy. So guess what? They got this doggy, and they took this doggy home. When Froggy got home, he couldn't wait to play with Doggy. "First," said Mom, "you have to put on her new collar and fill her water bowl and show Doggy her bed." "I know," said Froggy. So here he is with the doggy, and they had to get all these things, the bowl and the bed and the collar. So Froggy put on Doggy's collar, snap, and filled her bowl full of water, glug, 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 and fluffed up her bed. Poof. "Now," said Froggy, "I am going to go out to play with Doggy." So there they go. But Froggy's missing one thing that should connect from his hand here to the top of Froggy's collar. Do you know what that is? Let's see. "First," said Mom, "you have to put on her leash." Here's the leash. "And take her for a walk and teach her to come and sit and wait." "I know," said Froggy. Froggy seems to think he knows everything about doggies, but he's forgetting one thing. Do you have any idea what this scoop would be for? His mom is handing it to him. And Mom said, "And don't forget to take the pooper scooper with you and clean up after her." Uh-oh. You got to clean up after the doggies when they go poo-poo. It is true. So Froggy put on Doggy's leash, snap, and took her for a walk. Sniff, sniff, sniff. There she goes. And when they got back, he tried to teach her to sit up and beg and roll over and shake hands. Well, that's ambitious to teach her all these tricks in one day. New character. Then along came Froggalina. Here's Froggalina. Remember how she feels about Froggy. Along came Froggalina. "Hi, Froggy. What a cute little doggy. And she's smart," said Froggy. "Watch her fetch the stick." "Fetch," said Froggy. And Froggy threw the stick. Do you know what fetch means? So fetch means that the doggy is supposed to go chase it and grab the stick. Let's see what happens. Let me open the whole thing so you can really see before I read. So here's Froggy and Froggalina, and here's the dog's path over here and over here and all the way back into the house. But when I look carefully, I still see the stick sitting way out there that the dog was supposed to fetch. So let's see. But Doggy knocked over the badminton set and the bird bath and sprinted into the house. "Doggy!" cried Froggy. Arf, said Doggy. Wait, come fetch the stick. I think the Doggy is still working on that trick. Oh no, Doggy fetched something else. Can you see what it is? Oh no. But when Doggy ran back out, he had Mom's underwear instead. Oh no, he went in the house and fetched Mom's underwear. Oh, look at Mom. She is mad and Dad can't look and Polly's giggling and Froggalina's laughing. Oops, cried Froggy, looking a little more red in the face than green. Sit, he said to the Doggy. Froggalina laughed and said, good Doggy. Oh my goodness. That night, Froggy put Doggy into her bed. Here's her bed right here on the floor in Doggy's room. But look what happened. 1, 2, 3. Doggy did not want to stay in her bed. She wanted to be in bed with Froggy. But Doggy wanted to sleep with Froggy, and she snored snuffle, snuffle, squeeze all night long, right there on Froggy's face, all night long. And here's again Frank Remquick showing the moon. So the moon right here is in the middle of the picture, and then here he's showing later in the day because the moon has moved up higher into the sky. And I don't know if you guys saw the moon this weekend, but it was beautiful. Big, big moon. But just before the sun rose, Doggy licked Froggy's face, and scratched at the door. Scritch, scritch, scritch. She had to go out badly. What does she need to go out to go do? Mom held out the toy shovel and said, don't forget your pooper scooper, Froggy. So she has to go outside to go potty outside. So here's Mom giving him the pooper scooper to take care of that. And then here's the time of day again for the setting. Early in the morning. The sun is just starting to come up over the horizon. Pooper scooper, squealed Polly, and everybody laughed, even Doggy. Arf, 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 arf. So having a dog is a big responsibility, and so Froggy is going to have to learn how to take care of all these things for his new friend Doggy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and let me know which story you guys want me to read to you guys tomorrow. Okay, have a good night.